sir, this is a Wendy's. So this is obviously not a real life Wendy's, but the hours are a little bit better. I can come here anytime I want to if I get a hankering for a hamburger or a Frosty dessert, which I'll explain a little bit later. I can come here anytime I want to. And it's kind of a local Wendy's location to me because I'm sitting in my own home checking this out. The to-do list here, it says find the little fry guy, find the very important burger advisor, gain access to the secret room, bring the fry guy a drink, and get your promo code. I'm assuming the promo code is something that I will probably find fairly easily because this is a promotional device made by Wendy's in real life and a team called Inspire Create Labs. My local Wendy's does not have a giant statue of Wendy. It was indeed founded in 1969, well, at least Wendy's was. We're going to go inside this Wendy's, but I'm also going to show you footage that I shot at my local Wendy's as a comparison, so you can see side by side what a real Wendy's looks like compared to a virtual Wendy's location. So I will say there are some additional things in this Wendy's that are not in my local Wendy's, and vice versa. This Wendy's has this nice kind of more comfortable seating next to a fireplace, or at least the illusion of a fireplace with a red wall. My Wendy's also has that. This Wendy's has these order kiosks. That must be the code. Check out Wendyverse.com to get 10 free nugs in the Wendy's app. You do have to use the Wendy's app and give them a bunch of your information, but you can get 10 free chicken nuggets. If you have a Wendy's in your locale, you can take advantage of that offer, or I could. This is very similar to a real Wendy's, but unfortunately not the one that I visited, in that you can swipe your credit card here, you can type in your PIN number, and you can order all of your food right here on the kiosk, so you don't have to talk to a human over there. We're going to go walk over there, though, past the trash can. There's a Wendy's regulars leaderboard over here, which is kind of funny. There's seating over here, and then you've got the front section here, these registers. Again, you can order from a human. Maybe there would be someone working over there in a normal situation. 10 free nugs again, right there, IRL or in real life. That banner there, that would be where the menu board would be, where you would pick the items that you want to order. And then we'll step behind the counter here. I noticed at my local Wendy's, this lemonade machine was there, but whatever this pink drink machine was not. And then you've got the different size cups. You've got small, medium, large. Maybe this is like a miniature, small, medium, and large. I don't know. Or kid size, maybe. And then you've got takeout bags. These are the different sauces for different nugget styles. So you get like the barbecue sauce or the ranch or the mustards or what have you. You can take the burgers, stuff them in the bag. Well, maybe. Nope, maybe not. Whoops. It's okay, everything will reset itself. You got some fries here. See, reset itself, no problem. Stuff that in the bag and then take that. Okay, maybe you can't really do a whole lot. There's not a whole lot of interaction. Like, for example, I would love to take that Frosty dessert and eat it up right now. But the only object here that I can pick up, which I have to say visually represented, you've got a burger that looks much better than the burger that I had in real life today. Some very tasty looking nugs and a Frosty dessert. And you'll see the real life representation of that if you haven't already. And then a drink cup here. I wonder if this is the type of drink cup that we can use to give the fry guy a drink later. Let's continue exploring though, because we have a VIB card over here. Can I pick this up? Doesn't look like it. Can we go through this? No. So I thought this might be the secret door that we have to go through, but Instead, I'm going to call this the employee-only entrance, and you'll be able to see that in the video as well. So all of these things are very remarkably similar. Even this kind of like grass-style glass paneling, those are all things that happened to be in my real-life Wendy's. Every Wendy's, at least full-size Wendy's, have these fresh things. So the one here in the virtual Wendy says, all of Wendy's spins off of one word, fresh. In real life, strangely enough, it says, this is real, this is fresh, this is Wendy's. So I thought that was kind of cool that, you know, the virtual Wendy's and then the acknowledgement of the real Wendy's alongside it. We also have all of these things in the real life Wendy's. These are refresh machines, and this one's set to water right now, but you can get all different kinds of soda drinks and things of that nature. These are like iced tea dispensers. These are the lids for the soda. And then separately at my Wendy's, in real life, we've got the ketchup dispensers with those little white ketchup cups, straws, and napkins as dispensers. So my Wendy's doesn't have them all laid out in one giant grid like this in one spot, but these are all things that you can find inside a real Wendy's location, and I'm sure this is based off of an actual Wendy's location because everything here seems to match up and line up well. Obviously, we don't have leaderboards at a real Wendy's location, but this is kind of cool to visit a Wendy's. When I was at Wendy's, I sat basically at a table like this, looking at the exit door with a trash can alongside it, eating my food off of a tray similar to the one that was over there. Unfortunately, if you move items around here in the virtual Wendy's, they automatically teleport back to where you brought them from. So I can't really recreate that in this environment, but it's pretty cool that it all exists. And recreations of real life places is one of the things that I think virtual reality definitely is exceptional for. People talk about, you know, living in VR and being able to transport yourself from world to world and having everything interconnected. But to me, rebuilding your memories or rebuilding historical locations in virtual reality is extremely important, and that's really what drives me to think that virtual reality is going to be, well, the future. It's almost like a historical preservation, or like a memory palace, if you will. We're going to play a little bit of shuffleboard here. How we do? How we do? That looks pretty good. It's got 174 points on our first slide. Dave's double shuffleboard here. Let's do one more. 535. This is now my new high score on this. I don't think we're going to get too far on this one. So 535, 566. That's not bad. Not bad at all. There's a blimp up there. And it's got the Inspire Create Labs logo on it. And it says, welcome to the Wendyverse. Obviously, my score of 566 is kind of piddly compared to Bonafide White Boy with 1,799. What is my rank? Let's see. If we click here. I am 484th place. That's not too bad. How'd my friends do? I am doing better than one of the creators in Horizon World, so that's cool. Now, my Wendy's location is not on a beach. I actually live fairly near to the Pacific Ocean, but imagine going to your Wendy's and maybe picking up a flying disc and chilling out on a beach blanket. Press A to play. Let's see. What's that do? I think I'm supposed to throw it through the ring, maybe. Let's try. There we go. Through the ring. Oh, yeah. You get points for throwing them through the rings. Let's see. Missed it by that much. Let's try again. But it's cool that this exists. Like, these little mini games add to both the social atmosphere and kind of the otherworldly nature of Horizon Worlds. Like, we've got the recreation of the restaurant, which unfortunately doesn't have a lot of interactables, but then you've got these tools that are already built into Horizon Worlds, like this flying disc mechanic, or the shuffleboard over there, that creators were able to incorporate into the world. So we've got 20 points now, and now it's disappeared. Oh, there's a further away. Let's see, can we get? Oh, we're not going to get that ring. That's okay. But you've got the dancing fry guy here. It's kind of silly. He's got his own, what I think is an orange soda fountain with the Wendy's cups with plastic lids and plastic straws, shooting the orange soda into the fountain, recirculating that water. Let's see what's behind the Wendy statue here. Now, I do notice there's a Frosty mountain over there, like the top of the Frosty dessert. But when you come over here, it just says to go to the plaza. So I'm wondering if there's more to the Wendyverse that's coming in the future. And I'll show you why in just a moment. But look, there's another, is that a flying disc again? I think we have to get up onto this to get to it. Is it? Yep, that's another flying disc. Let's toss it that way. What happens? Wow, it just keeps going and going. And okay, it is gone. Let's see. So find the little frog guy. I haven't done that. Or the very important burger visor. Gain access to the secret room, bring the fry guy a drink, and get your promo code. I got a promo code. That existed. But all of those were checked off, like they were done on the to-do list before I got here. So I'm wondering if they're just not complete. There's also Spicy Nug Island, which I guess is where you were throwing those Frisbee discs. That's Frosty Village over there. Sunrise City is that way also somewhere. And then the Buck Biscuit Dome, which actually does exist. So we're going to turn around. And we're going to visit the other half of the Wendyverse experience, the Wendy's Buck Biscuit Dome. And this is interesting for a number of reasons that I'll explain in just a moment. All right, so welcome to the Buck Biscuit Dome. And this is kind of a arena, if you will. And we're going to walk into it here. And I'm going to explain to you what I think happened with the Wendyverse and probably why this promotion existed. Inside here, this is set up like a basketball arena. So we go inside, it says Wendy's National Champs 2022. It's got official breakfast of March Madness, NCAA March Madness. As you can see on the wall there, it says NCAA March Madness. And March Madness is a basketball tournament here in the United States that takes place in March of every year. A ton of the best college athletes are brought together. Collegiate sports, big deal. There's even brackets that are spread about across businesses and colleges and schools and things of that nature where people bet on who they think is going to win. You got the Horizon logo. Buck Biscuits are back. That's the thing that I think is interesting because my local Wendy's had tons of signage still for March Madness. And the free promo item, or dollar promo item rather, was actually a $1 Dave single. Whereas now, in April, the Buck Biscuits are back. So I'm wondering if this used to be a Dave single and turned into a Buck Biscuit, or if they knew this was coming in April, or what the situation is. You got the Inspire Create Labs logo here. So Inspire Create Labs, again, worked in partnership with Wendy's in real life to create this. I found this world to be really impressive so far, and I'm still exploring it a bit. I see like a track here with what look like Frosty desserts. We'll go do that in just a moment. But if you're interested in creating a world in Horizon Worlds, you can reach out to them at team@inspirecreatelabs.com. I've actually been following some of their work. They've also done some stuff with some other companies like SpaceX for Horizon Worlds. So keep an eye on their stuff because these are cool. As you can see over here, there's a, I think that's a breakfast Baconator sandwich. And it says Final Four National Champions 2022. And then you've got the hot and juicy jersey that I think you could probably put on your avatar. This is like a jersey shooter, like a t-shirt gun. So what people would do, like at halftime at the basketball games, is they'd shoot t-shirts out into the crowd, and the people in the stands would get them. You can replicate that a bit here, which is kind of cool. And then there's, of course, a Giants basketball player. And the other thing that I saw here, which was part of the promotional items at my local Wendy's on the windows, was the "You're Number One" foam hand. So cool stuff. And again, even though it looks a little strange, especially on the outside, everything in here are things that could happen in real life. You've got the giant basketball player statue, you've got a trophy, jerseys, and t-shirt guns, and a basketball court. Let's actually go out to the basketball court and try playing some basketball. I'm terrible at sports. If you've never watched me before, you'll know that. Try it. Yes! Longest shot this session is 7,609.47. And what I noticed is there's a hamburger here. Oh, half court challenge. Are you up for a challenge? Shoot the breakfast baconator from half court to get on the leaderboard and gain VIB status. I did notice over there's a VIB only door. Apparently we need to use this breakfast baconator from half court. I love the kind of sigh there. Yes! We sunk it! But before we go into that VIB area, I noticed a couple of other things. So there are some Frosty desserts over here. They are gigantic. This side's got vanilla Frosty desserts, and this side has chocolate Frosty desserts. And I want to tell you a little bit about a Frosty frozen dessert. We're going to go up this ramp here. And Frosty frozen desserts are a culinary treat. Uh-oh, French fries, nice. This is something you can do with a Frosty frozen dessert. But before I get into that, that's just really vanilla ice cream in a cup. It's slightly less solid than soft serve, so it's almost like a milk drink that's more frozen. And then over there's the chocolate one, which adds, instead of just vanilla ice cream or ice milk, cocoa powder to it, so chocolate. Super tasty, super fun. But one of the things that people like to do with Frosty desserts, and I don't think this is working the way I intended it to. Let's try that. Is dunk their French fries in it. So look at that. We are dunking our French fries in these frozen desserts. That's genius. Genius marketing right there. Let's try on the chocolate side. The chocolate is my favorite. Let's, yeah. Frosty with French fries. And then if we look out here, you can see the Wendy's location down there from the Wendyverse with the fry guy. There's that Frosty mountain I pointed out earlier. And over here, we've got the entrance to the Biscuit Dome. Wow, the leaderboard for this, we got 7,609. The leaderboard has 57,688. I wonder if they shot that shot from outside of the Biscuit Dome. I don't know how you can get that many points here. But now we're going to head up to the VIB only area here. I wonder if this is the secret room we were supposed to unlock. Oh, this is cool. So I think we're on the blimp. Yes. Welcome to the Wendyverse is coming up from behind us. This is cool. So we're looking down at the Biscuit Dome. And it looks like there's like a city over there that I didn't notice earlier. Oh, there's the Frosty Village or Frosty Mountain and the Wendy's from overhead. This is a really elaborate world that they've created. This is very, very cool. So the Biscuit Dome right there. That's where we came out of. I'm going to keep floating around here for a moment. But I think we're going to end it here. Recreations of real world locations, adding some fantasy elements. This is very cool. And I know a lot of people dismissed the Wendyverse as a meme and kind of laughed at it. And people outside of the United States and Canada probably don't really get the references to the fast food restaurant here in the United States and North America that I get. The food looks a little bit better in the Wendyverse than it does in person. Tastes a lot better in person than in the Wendyverse. But this is a very cool thing, and I think it's great that Horizon Worlds and other applications give users the ability to create things like this. Because while this is a promotional opportunity, and this is a cross promotion between a Wendy's restaurant and MetaQuest, essentially. The village is cool over there, or the city rather. I think that's Sunrise City is what they said, which is comprised of a bunch of Wendy's cups. It looks like that's kind of cool. Anyway, I feel like historical preservation efforts and just taking things that you're familiar with and mapping it to a virtual world that you can go step back into and relive past experiences is important. And I'm going to go over some more of that in the week ahead. So come back for other videos related to other cool recreations of things that might not be there anymore or that might have changed drastically over the years. I'll be back with more content soon. Until next time, get out there and enjoy some VR for yourself. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.